This roll of 50-cent coins has a 2001 dated ender. Now, it's likely to be the Commonwealth coat of arms from the Centenary of Federation series, but we want one of these date and territory coat of arms. Will we find it? Well, let's dig in and find out. G'day folks, my name is Craig. You are here on my channel, Craig Collects. Here's the coin we're looking at. Will we have a win to start off 2026 with the 50-cent coin? No, this is the highly minted Commonwealth coat of arms. 43.1 million of this coin were minted. Unfortunate. So, as we kick on in, this is the definitive design on the Australian 50-cent piece. This is the Australian coat of arms, designed for the coin by Stuart Devlin. Has been the definitive on these coins since they were introduced in 1966. But we do know, in 1966, these coins were round and made of 80% silver. Of course, Australians got confused between the size of the 50-cent piece and the slightly smaller 20-cent piece, and the price of silver went through the roof. Not as much as it is now, but it was a lot in those days. So in 1969, on the second run, this dodecagonal design came out, and the coins were made of copper and nickel. Here's another 2001. Will this give us any luck? No. So, as we go through here today, we are, of course, looking for the circulating commemorative coins to go down here on the mat. We're also looking for low mintage coins, which will go over here on the rack. And the low mintage years on the 50-cent piece are 1973, 1985, 1993, 1997, both the N-Rank Broadley and Jody Clark effigies on 2019, and the 2020 coin. We've got a state and territory coat of arms. This is South Australia. Again, we have now found South Australia 3 times. Unfortunate, but still a great coin, and one which will be going into the wider collection. 2.4 million there on South Australia. We've got South Australia, we've got Queensland, we just need these ones here. There's another 2001. Here's another chance. No. So, as we find a couple of commemoratives in a row, this is the Weary Dunlop coin from 1995. This is the 50th anniversary of the end of World War II. It's a commonly minted coin at 15.9 million, and this one's in fairly good condition, but probably not one which will go into the wider collection. And next to that is the 1994 Year of the Family's coin. This is that coin. It's commonly minted at 21.3 million, but we do look out for variations in the size of the date. It's wide date and narrow date. This is the narrow date. 2 variations don't add any value to the coin. That is something you look for to complete your sets. So as we go through, I will also be looking out for coins minted for annual sets only and not for circulation. And for the 50 cent, those coins are 67, 68, 86, 87, 89, 90, 92 and 2023. Here is the 2010 Celebrate What's Great Australia Day coin. This is commonly minted at 11.4 million. So, at the end of the hunt, as I always do, I will go off camera and go through everything again, check I haven't missed anything. But with the 50 cent piece, I also keep an eye out for coins which you know have errors and variations. Before I list those, here is the 1982 Brisbane Commonwealth Games coin. This is very, very common. This is the most heavily minted commemorative 50 cent piece. In fact, the most heavily minted commemorative of any denomination. There are 49.6 million of this coin. So those known errors and variations are on coins from 1966, 1979, 1980, 2006, 2010, 2007, 2014 and 2022. What's going to happen in a moment after we've had a look at this coin here is I'll stick you guys in super fast coin mode, and then I'll bring you back in when we have other finds. So this is the 1998 Bass and Flinders coin, celebrating the bicentenary of George Bass and Matthew Flinders discovering Bass Strait. This is a commonly minted coin, 22.4 million. So let's pop you guys into super fast coin mode. Here we go. Here's our next find for the day from 2005. This is the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. It's a companion coin to the 50th anniversary over there. This coin is commonly minted 26.6 million, but you can look out for little bits of extra metal here on top of the helmet, at the bottom of the robe here, or on any of the characters on this side. This one doesn't have any, unfortunately. Here's our next find from 2003. This is the Australia's Volunteers coin. This is again a commonly minted coin, 13.9 million. Coin's had a bit of a hard life. I think it's all post-mint damage. I will have a proper look at this under magnification later, but you can see there's damage on this side of the coin here. There's some damage up here, damage over here, a lot of stuff, some damage there, a lot of stuff missing, and it's a very odd shape as well. I will look at that later just to double check and confirm whether it is post-mint damage or not, but I think at this stage I do think it is post-mint damage and not a punctured error. Wow, we know this is going to be a coin apart from the damage. It's going to go back to the bank because of that damage around that side, but this is the Vladimir Gottwald effigy. This is a one-off effigy just on this single coin in the year 2000. This is going to be the Royal Visit coin. We've got a counter for this, seeing how many of these we find during this book. Not too many, as you'll see by the numbers there. Vladimir Gottwald's Royal Visit coin has a mintage of 5.1 million, but it is something which would usually go into the wider collection because of the one-off effigy. Unfortunately, in this condition, getting back to the bank. 1981, this was the Royal Wedding coin, celebrating the wedding of the Prince of Wales and Lady Diana Spencer, commonly minted at 20 million. Alright, halfway through the hunt. We've opened 5 rolls so far. We've got 5 rolls to go. One potential damaged coin. We've got a damaged Royal Visit coin. We've got a South Australian coat of arms, which we don't unfortunately want, and then just a bunch of common commemoratives. Will we get anything in the second half? Well, I'm going to see it goes back in super fast coin mode. Now bring you back in when we have our next find. So let's hit super fast coin mode. Here is our next find from 1977. This is the Silver Jubilee coin. The coin we keep a counter on just to see how many you find in this book. It celebrates 25 years of the reign of Queen Elizabeth, 25 years of her reign, 25 million mintage. Another 2001. Nope, but it is followed up for the first time today by the 2002 year of the Outback coin with the windmill design. This is another commonly minted coin at 11.5 million. Here is one of our low mintage coins. This is the 2020 coin. In 2020, just 1.1 million of these coins were minted. So that makes it nice and rare. In this condition, it's probably going back to the bank, unfortunately, but it's still a great find. Here is the other coin minted in the year 2000. So we've got the Royal Visit coin with the Vladimir Gottwald reverse. This is the normal obverse for this year, which is the N-rank Broadleys portrait. This is going to be the Millennium Year coin. Occasionally this coin can have an incused flag where the main part of the cross of the Union Jack there is sunk down into the coin. That would make it special. Unfortunately this one doesn't have that, which just makes it common. 16.6 million mintage. And with that, we've come to the last roll of the hunt. So, what does that mean? Well, what that means is, at the end of this roll, I'm going to go through everything again, check I haven't missed any key dates, obvious errors, or any of those ones we have known errors and rotation variations, and we'll come back and talk about our finds. Here's our first of the low mintage commemoratives we've found for the day. This is the 50th anniversary of NAIDOC from 2024. It has a mintage of 3.351478 million. 3.351 million. There we go. That's going to go into the wider collection. As always, down in the description of this video, you will find links to the Craig Collects Discord server if you'd like to join us over on Discord. There's also a link there to my social media and my email if you'd like to get in touch with me. And there is a link to become a channel member if you'd like to become a member of the Craig Collects YouTube channel. Members get the videos early, and if you become a numismatist member like those on screen right now, you'll get a shout out. I'm going to pop off camera now, go through everything again, and we'll come back and discuss our finds. Well, in our off-camera hunt, we picked up a second low mintage 2020 coin. Fortunately, neither of these are in a condition which are worth me holding on to. So they're going to go back to the bank along with this damaged Royal Visit coin. And this one is very definitely post-mint damage. You can see under magnification, the lettering is there. It's just been worn down by the post-mint damage. So all we're keeping today is the NAIDOC coin and the South Australian coat of arms. South Australian coat of arms will be my star find, my coin today. If you did believe one of these other coins was your star find, let me know down in the comments. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the World Coin Hunt. Until then, bye bye.